Hi. It's been a hot minute and the corner definitely looks different. I have, I guess, exciting news, but I'm moving, kind of. My roommate got married yesterday and we have been living in absolute chaos in the apartment for the last 2 months while we've been getting ready for her wedding. It has been not fun for either one of us. Our brains have been a little overwhelmed. Now I have the apartment all to myself. I live alone now. Super fun for me, at least for now. I'm going to be moving from this room to this room. Look at the big window. I'm so excited about the big window. With all of that going on, this video is specifically going to be a cleaning and reset moving style vlog. We are going to be raking the carpet, shampooing the carpet, moving all of the rooms around so that way I can have a bedroom and an office and a living room. I'm going to deep clean my kitchen. We're going to sweep the ceilings. We're going to unpack the mountain of boxes that are currently in my living room that are all stuff that's been either in storage or stuff that I bought for the new apartment. And I'm going to take you guys along with me because I thought you would enjoy the time. I thought you would enjoy the content. I love moving and cleaning vlogs. I think it's super fun. But this is the last time this little alcove will be empty. We're putting some bookshelves here, obviously. And I am ready to get started because I now get the bedroom with the big window. Do you understand how excited I am for the big window? I'm going to turn on my audiobook. I'm listening to Pet Sematary by Stephen King because that's what the book for my book club this month is, which we meet tomorrow and I still haven't finished it. So that's what we're going to be doing today. Get ready for a lot of time lapses and or quick transitions because this is going to be a few days worth of cleaning and organizing and things. I'm so excited to have my own space. Without further ado, let's get started. I'm on my own. This is gonna suck. No idea if I'm in focus, but it is 2:26. I started cleaning about 11:30. I, so far, have pulled out all of the furniture, wiped down the windows and the window seal, cleaned the bathroom. Next is the floors. I'm gonna vacuum and then rake and then shampoo. I'm gonna take 30 minutes or so to eat something because it's 2:30 and I haven't eaten anything and I'm getting a little lightheaded. So we're gonna take a quick break. I am on chapter 21 of the Pet Cemetery out of 62. So I'm about a third of the way through. I'm exhausted. Oh my goodness, am I tired. But I need a break from the chemicals and I need to put food in my body. So there's the update. Oh my goodness. I think I underestimated how much this was gonna take. And I can taste the glass cleaner. Whew. Shut up.
That mattress heavy, baby girl?
A little bit. But guess what?
It's there, ain't it?
I'm a strong, independent gal who now has a bed.
It looks good.
Thanks.
Just needs made now.
It is 1 o'clock in the morning. I have done everything I think I can in this room as of today. I'm waiting on my comforter to come out of the dryer. I got my bathroom organized and a bunch of stuff moved over. I am realizing that I don't have a ton of things in the way of like decor outside of what was in my living room in my last apartment. So the walls in here are kind of bare, but that's okay. We're gonna fix that. One thing at a time, one thing at a time. Once my comforter comes out of the dryer, I'm gonna get in bed. I'm gonna take a quick shower, I think. Everything that you saw me like pack up and move out of here this morning, we took over to my, I keep calling her my roommate. She'll forever be my roommate. Took that over to my roommate's new apartment and got that kind of situated while they are on honeymoon. Tomorrow, I will be tackling my old bedroom. So moving everything out, deep cleaning the carpets and the walls and things just like I did in here. And then I have some fun new furniture to set up and I'm so excited. I have been looking forward to this futon for months since I purchased it. So I'm very excited to finally put that together and get that situated and build out my office space a little bit more. I'm gonna move a couple of bookshelves and also I made it to chapter 26 in Pet Cemetery today. According to my thing, I have about 10 hours left in the book. I might try to listen to 1.5 and try to finish that up tomorrow since book club is tomorrow night, but I'm done for the night. My feet hurt so bad. It's like standing on knives, but I will see you guys in the morning. Good morning, day 2. I'm currently in a dress because I was supposed to go to breakfast this morning and breakfast is now turning into lunch. So instead we are going to change real quick. Actually, there, one thing out of the way, don't have to do that anymore. But it's 10 o'clock right now. I have an hour to move as much stuff out of my other room out into the kitchen so that way I can vacuum, rake, and then vacuum again and kind of start this process all over again because then I have to go meet up with a friend for lunch. I'm afraid that I won't get as much done today as I need to because I have lunch with a friend and then I have to run to Walmart for cookies of some sort, and then I have book club tonight. So, very short window to try to finish the book and clean my apartment. Let's get started. All right, quick update. That was unnecessary, sir. Oh, that's gonna be annoying. I emptied the room. I vacuumed. I raked. I vacuumed again. Took me an hour to shampoo the carpet to get all the urine out, and I'm not even convinced I got it all out. So get off! I moved both bookshelves over into this corner. And then, obviously, I put my futon together. My SD card actually ran out of space as I was working on this. So, you get to see part of that, I think. I moved my desk in here, but I haven't put anything back on my desk. I need to move my art table. And then this did not take up as much room as I had anticipated. So, I think what I'm going to do is scoot it a little bit closer to the bookshelf. I want to get an end table. You know, I might put my marble one in here. I was gonna put it in the living room, but what if I put it next to the futon? But end table for a lamp, because this is gonna be like my loungy, reedy area, and also a place for guests to sleep. Zeus's crate is back in here, which will only be is only for when necessary. He's gonna be loose a lot from now on. And then I used to have my printer and a lot of my notebooks and things under my desk. I think I'm gonna set it next to my desk, so that way I can actually put my feet underneath my desk. Where did it go? But I'm gonna sit. Hold on. What was I saying? Oh, I think I'm going to put my notebooks over here. This is one of those things, because I have a couple of bookshelves, because I have a couple of bookshelves that are going into the living room, I can't organize my books just yet. I still need to put those bookshelves up, because the bookshelves in the living room specifically are going to be for, books and Legos. So it's going to be my really pretty books, my series that I love, my collector's editions, things like that, and my Legos, so I can actually display those somewhere that aren't in the way. But until that time, I don't really have a place to put them, so they're strewn about my house, and that's a little stressful. But if I can get the office done, I have about an hour and a half before I need to leave for book club, and I have 29 minutes left of my book. I'm on chapter 61 of Pet Sematary, and quick book review while I'm in here. I don't know how I feel. I like it. I'm not gonna lie, I do really like it. It took some turns that I wasn't expecting. I feel like you start part 2, so part 1 ends, and it has this foreshadowing, and it's oh, so-and-so dies, which you kind of expect when you figure it all out. And then part 2 starts, and it's just like, guess what? And you're just kind of thrown into this series of events. The other thing I'm going to say, I really enjoy Stephen King's writing. I enjoy, like, his horror novels. But the sexual aspects of some of his books and the way he just nonchalantly sprinkles in sexual activity is something that is slightly off-putting to me, because yes, I do read spicy novels. I read romantasy, and I read romance, and I read smutty novels. But I go to those expecting that and looking for that. When I pick up a horror novel, I'm not expecting to be greeted with the statement as I thrust into her aggressively. And I was like, whoa, hold on. I want to be scared. This is a different type of fear for me. So, I mean, I don't know what I'm going to rate it just yet. I still have a few chapters left. But I also know that a lot of Stephen King's novels are connected. You hear about the, what is it that they talk about in It? As you can tell, my brain is mush right now. I've been fighting a migraine all day long, which is why I have an energy drink in my hand. All that to say, I don't know how I feel. I like the book, but I don't know how I feel ultimately. I don't know what I'm going to give it in a rating. I'm not going to lie, I'm feeling overwhelmed. I'm feeling quite overwhelmed. Oh my god, I forgot about that bathroom. I'm going to be up all night working on this, because my goal was a room a day, and I have friends coming over. I guess let's get back to it. Don't worry, I'm wearing pants. I understand that this is kind of where you saw me last time, and you can hear my dog whining, but I moved in my desk and things, and I've been going through and sorting paperwork and putting things away where they need to live. And then I went to book club last night. We had a Cinco de Mayo party, kind of. We talked about Stephen King. We had a lot of the, like, similar views on the book and the story in itself, and we all kind of agreed. We had a very similar, like, experience with the book. So that was good. This month, I saw it. I put it's somewhere on the shelf. This month, we are reading Half Sick of Shadows by Lauren Sebastian, which has been on my bookshelf for a while, and I have been recommending it for a couple of months. We just use, like, one of those, like, random wheel generator thingies, and we all put in our recommendations, and we let the internet choose, because that just seems the easiest for us. And next month will be 1 year. It's going to be our birthday for our book club, the Book Farm. And so I think we're going to have, like, a little birthday party, and I'm going to host it here, and I'm very excited. But it is 9:50, so it's about 10 o'clock. I'm going to take the dogs out to go potty, and then give Maddie her meds, and then continue in the office. My goal was 1 room a day, but I came home last night, and I had a lot of cheese and dairy at the Cinco de Mayo party last night, and so I was so nauseous and sick to my stomach. I had been fighting a migraine all day, and it was winning, and my whole body hurt. Like, I was crying on the phone with my parents because I was so overwhelmed, and my body hurt, and my stomach hurt, and I was like, I was stressed that the office wasn't done because I wanted to get a room done a day, but the floors took way longer than I had anticipated, but they're totally worth it because they're so clean. I could lay on these floors and not feel grossed out. We love that for us. But I'm hoping to finish the office by, like, noon. All I have to do really is bring everything back in, put it where it goes, and then I can move. Like, I still need to clean the bathroom. I might put the bathroom off a little bit just because guest bathroom out of sight, out of mind, and that's just, like, one thing that I don't have to tackle right now. It'll take me, like, an hour, maybe 2, and I can do that at the end of whatever. But I'm very excited, and I love the way that it's turning out. And I was on the phone with my mom last night, and I think I want to get a coffee table situation for this room to sit in front of the futon, just to give it more of like a livable space. I can set my laptop and work on the couch, or like read a book. I'm gonna be spending a lot more time in this office than I did in my last office, I think. I think mostly help from this little futon here and my little... So, sorry, I'm gonna ramble for just a second. Fun fact about this table. This is a marble end table. I wanna say there used to be two, but this has been in my family for quite a long time. It was my dad's great aunt, Louise. And there are spots on it that are yellow from where it got dropped and it broke. And they used Gorilla Glue to glue it back together. But it was at my grandmother's house for a long time. And when I moved up here, she was talking about getting rid of it. And, well, I don't really use it. And I don't know why I still have it. And it belongs, like, maybe I'll put it in storage for your dad. And I said, no, that's coming with me. And it has traveled everywhere with me for the last 4 years. And I find a fun place to put it in every space that I get. And I just thought this was the perfect space for it. Right next to... I was going to put it next to bookshelves of some sort where I could, like, lounge and use it and put my little coasters. But I love this little table. It's just adorable. Also, I have so much yarn. It's not even funny. I'm going to look on Amazon today and look at for, like, maybe baskets, but I'm thinking about putting my yarn down here on these bottom two shelves that are going to be like a little more difficult to access, and also just like it has a lot of space for books. And so I think I'm going to stick yarn down at the bottom because I did buy 2 more bookshelves for the living room. And so, and heck, I might buy another bookshelf because I brought a bunch of books home from Texas that I'm just going to drag in here for now. I might have to get another bookshelf to put back in the hallway. I haven't decided yet, but if that tells you how many books I own. I just really needed a futon in here. I needed a space for guests to sleep that weren't the floor. But with that in mind, today's Tuesday. I don't go back to work until next Monday. But I have to have the apartment done by either today or tomorrow because I have friends coming over Thursday and Friday. So let's take care of the dogs and let's get back to work. Okay, so as you can see, the living room is a disaster. Is the office done? No, but here's the thing. I have gotten to a point in the office where some of the things need to live in the living room, some of them need to go in the office, but I don't know what goes where just yet. In the sense of like Legos, books, shelf decor type things. So what's about to happen is I'm going to move everything that I can out of the living room furniture-wise. As I do that, I'm going to find boxes that need to go live in the office and go into storage in the office, and then move everything else into like the kitchen, like furniture-wise, like my coffee table, my bar cart, stuff like that. Move that off of the carpet, clean the living room, put together the bookshelves that need to go in the corner, stuff like that. And then I'll be able to put things away in here, and I'll save the kitchen for last. Mostly because the kitchen has the most of my roommate's stuff still in it that needs to be packed. And if I were to do the kitchen, I would be adding boxes to an already cluttered space. So we're going to try to unpack some boxes to make room for new ones, I think, is what the plan is. So first things first, I don't know if you can see it. Yeah, the mattress is over here in this corner. I'm going to move that over in front of my laundry room. I'm going to shut those doors and prop it over there because I don't know when she's going to be able to come get that. And then start moving as much of this out of the way as I can. There's a couple of things I can't move. Like my couch is going to just stay here, and my entertainment center is going to stay where it is because we vacuumed and cleaned up underneath those when we moved them back in. And that is something, the dogs can't like pee under those, so that's a little easier to maneuver. I also think I might order lunch soon because I am getting a little hungry, but I'm feeling overwhelmed. I had to call my parents and like process the information for a hot minute before I was able to come to a conclusion that would help me move along this process. So as you can see by the open door behind me, we finally got the mattress out today. It is 3 o'clock in the afternoon and I have done absolutely nothing in the apartment. I woke up at like 10, went over to my roommate's new place and had coffee and helped her set up the mattress and stuff. I worked on the apartment until 10 last night and then a friend came over and I'm ready for this to be over. I'm tired. I'm tired of looking at the mess. I'm tired of moving things. I just want to sit on the couch. So that's kind of what I did for a good chunk of the day, is sat and took a deep breath. And now it is time to buckle down and finish. So what's left is the kitchen, laundry, and the office. Now, the office is about half done, but there's a lot of stuff that got moved into the office that now needs to be unpacked. And then I have to go through all of my books, which I'm thinking about bringing all the books out into the living room so I can organize them by genre. But that is a later this afternoon problem because I have the rest of the night. I have the rest of the day. I'm finishing today. This is day 4 and I want to be done. 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 So let's get to it. I think first priority is getting everything out of the floor, starting a load of blankets, and then moving on to cleaning off the countertops. And I'm going to move, I think, this direction, and doing dishes will be like last priority maybe. That's what I'm thinking. But if I can finish today, that means I have Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday to not do anything. So that's the goal. All right, break. Okay, guys, it's Friday. I started this on Sunday, and we're gonna call it. We're gonna say that we're done for now. The only thing that's left is wall decor that I don't own, and my guest bathroom, which needs a couple of things before I can finish it up. I'm exhausted. There's no other word for it. I'm so tired. I've been cleaning from the time I woke up to the time I went to bed for the majority of the week. There have been like tidbits here and there. I stopped to watch the playoff game against Dallas versus Jets. Dallas won. Whoop whoop. Love that for us. But I also stopped to go out to dinner with a friend, and I went and hung out with Cheryl for the mornings a couple of times this week. I'm just tired of cleaning. I've ordered some things that are going to come in, and when those come in, I'll put them away. But as of right now, your girl's good. She's done. She's tired. No more. No more. So with that being said, roll the B-roll.
for sticking around for this video. I don't know if I'll ever do like an in-depth bookshelf tour because it's not organized super well. It's kind of organized, kind of not. I have a lot of a very specific genre, which is YA fantasy. I have a lot of those. We're gonna roll with it. But I hope you enjoyed this as much as I enjoyed doing it. I am glad that it's done. I will say that. I am very glad that it is over. There were a few things that happened that I set up my camera to film and then forgot to hit record, so oh well. But all in all, I am on my own. I live in my own apartment with my dog, and Cheryl is still right down the street. You will still see her in vlogs. We talked about that this week. Heck, I might have her come over just to have witty commentary in the back of my videos, but I'm gonna sit down on the couch. I'm gonna turn on the Rookie and crochet a blanket. That's what I have. That's what's left in my body. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. If you want to see more content about my life and my apartment and day to day, go ahead and hit the like button. Go ahead and hit the like. Bubba, you gotta give me a minute. Hold on. Go ahead and hit the like button. If you haven't already, go ahead and subscribe. And if you hit the bell icon, you'll be notified every time that I post. I do things like this. I post about books. You've got to stop barking. I do things like this. I post about Zeus! 2 seconds! Pause! I do things like this. I post about my life and my books and my dog. And so I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!